Your reading involved actual books. As I sat here opening up to your guides, I heard 1982. And it wasn't necessarily the year, although that may be significant for you, or it may come up in a song or something like that. But I instantly saw my concordance of the Bible. And in both Hebrew and Greek, I went back to the words 1982, and I had to actually look up a word that was in one of them because I didn't know what it meant, but it was kind of wild what that word actually meant. So in the Hebrew section, word 1982, as it's in here in the Strong's Concordance, is halak, and it is from 1980, which is halak, to walk along a pace, behave, self, uh, come on continually, be conversant, depart, be eased, enter, exercise, follow, forward, get, go, grow. Anyway, some other thing, travel. But what in 1982 means is a journey, a wayfarer, also a flowing, dropped traveler. And then back in the Greek section in 1982, it is episkiadzo. Episkiadzo. And it's from 1909, word 1909, and derived of 4639. To cast a shade upon, to envelop in a haze of brilliancy, to invest with preternatural, I don't even know that word. That's when I had to look up. Influence, overshadow. So I looked up this preternatural in this old dictionary, and preternatural means beyond normal, especially not miraculous, but strange and inexplicable. So something that's just like strange, something overshadowing, something unexplainable, uh, maybe going on your journey, something bewildering, perplexing, but not necessarily miraculous, which makes me think of free will, that it's like choices that have come forward. Now, I do have quite the stack here, and I don't know how your guides are wanting me to go through this. I am hearing like one from here, at least. That's like, I'm just getting the number one from here. So we may start here. I know that these ones are really short cards, this one here. So it may be that they're just asking me to get like a tiny message from these and then read this as the oracle card. And then this is another tarot deck. So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you for letting me read for you. It is always an honor to read. We are pulling in messages for the highest good only, to help you become more aligned with your divine soul path, stay on your divine soul path, however that resonates for you. I do have incense burning, a candle burning at this time as well. You may see some smoke float on. It is sage that's going. The Four of Cups is here on the bottom, octopus. I've had a lot of octopuses come up. That just feels like I need to know what those keywords are, because it's just kind of jumping out at me. Four of Cups. Isolation, negativity, denial, self-indulgence, moodiness, lack of vision, turning inward, and depression. So not the most fun words to start out with, but hey, you know what? We start somewhere and we go from there. So Spirit, what is the one card that you are wanting me to read for this individual for their highest good, please? We're just going to shuffle. Got it. The Four of Swords. We have 4-4. So maybe fours are significant. You might be seeing 44, 444 around. Swords are back here. It is an upright position. Rest, reflection, planning, convalescence, recovery, solitude, self-care, and balance. So this may be a way to get your energy back into balance from that Four of Cups energy. Let's bring it into this Four of Swords energy. I always think of Four of Swords as like that rest and reconnection with spirit card, like on the like let's do it now-ness. The tarot always urges us toward balance, and the Four of Swords reminds us of the importance of rest, reflection, and self-care. In order for you to be at your best and most efficient, you must sometimes set down your swords and care for your mind and body. The illustration for this card is of an owl resting in its nest, but when the night comes, this sharp-eyed hunter will be ready to take flight and find its prey. In the future position, the message is encouraging whatever you're going through now will soon be over and a time of respite will arrive. This card often indicates a cessation of activity. Owls remind me of Athena. I want to say that too. Now's the time to watch and listen rather than act. If you are considering a new direction in your career or branching out into your own business, take a bit of time to make sure your plans are in place. In love and relationship readings, this card most often indicates a need for a pause. If you're thinking about a major change, divorce, or career moves, for example, this card suggests taking some time alone to rest and reconnect with your inner self. Humans long for companionship and belonging, but our own voice can get lost when we become overly involved with others. You may be feeling taxed by a difficult relationship or by a friendship in which someone else has current needs or difficulties that have eclipsed your own. So that's in the upright position. So I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm hearing that's all we're going to need from that deck for this reading. Where are we going to go next? We're going to do intuitive whispers, and this is going to be like a little whisper. On the bottom, we have explore fullness. It's card 35. At the split, what is meant for you will find you. What would you like for me to deliver to this individual, please? Wisdom of the solar plexus, card 7. 7 feeling very significant there. And it says, deep at your very core lies a great wisdom, your gut instinct. This area of the body is the second brain and the more intuitively wise brain. It is a place to connect to when you are making life decisions, the area you should learn to trust above all else. If you've been feeling anxious lately, it's likely you have disconnected from your solar plexus, the area below your rib cage and above your belly button. Anxiety is a feeling of uncertainty, and the wisdom of your solar plexus brings back an inner knowing. By choosing this card, you are reminded to trust your gut instinct to help you find answers to whatever you're struggling with. There's a voice you've been listening to that is there a voice? They're saying, there's a voice. It's a question on the card, but it's a statement from the guides. There is a voice you've been listening to that is louder than your own. Now is your chance to shut out external voices and develop a stronger internal one. Okay. One of the things about the way that I read is guides often know that I will deliver the tough message. It's 2/17 in my time. February 17th is the Chinese New Year, and it is also the start of the year of the fire horse, which is fast-moving energy. You want to be in a really good alignment when you go into that fast-moving energy. It's also a solar eclipse that day and a new moon, I believe, in Aquarius. I believe it's in Aquarius. We're going to go to the Angel Guide Oracle. Vulnerability and freedom are at the bottom. There may be too much trying to come at you right now. A slow down to speed up. That internal slow down. Quieting, listening. Angelic protection. Looks like Archangel Michael on this card. Very Michael-esque for sure. So this one says, a brilliant light of protection is around you at this time. Angels are guiding and guarding you and want you to know that you're safe, whether you're feeling worried about physical, emotional, or spiritual harm or not. This card is confirming that you have spiritual protection. Your angel guide is supporting you and leading you toward positive experiences and outcomes. If you have decisions to make or opportunities to take and you are unsure of what to do, know that this card is bringing you comfort and support. The angels who are with you only need a prayer from you in order to swoop in and guide you. So they only need to hear that you would like to have their guidance, to have their support more. It's really that simple as to saying, yes, please, I'm listening, I'm here. Okay, so now we're back to our 3 last tarot cards and the oracle card that I believe I'm supposed to focus on the most. The star at the split there, that always reminds me of angelic communication. Can you please give me 3 cards for this individual for their highest good? What message would you like them to have? We are taking reverses, and I will be moving any of them that are upside down up towards my heart to flip them over, not flipping them over like a flapjack. I'm thinking of like blackjack as I say flapjack. It's reminding me of like in blackjack, there's like, if you go over, if you have like too much, I think it's called like a bust. Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, and we're pulling this one up towards the heart and over. 4 of Swords in reverse and the 6 of Pentacles. So these ones I'm going to read directly from the book because this book is so unique in the way that they describe them. And I love the way that they describe them. So it says, reverse meaning of the 3 of Wands. If your dreams or plans haven't materialized, ask yourself if they would have been for the greatest good. The death of a dream may allow a new one to be born from its ashes. You could be turning away from the future in order to examine the past. And then 4 of Swords in reverse. A period of isolation ends, becoming active again following an illness. With care and attention, you can emerge successfully from financial losses, illnesses, or personal difficulties. An ability to channel material from the other world back into this world. All of that feels really significant. So my left ear is ringing just ever so slightly. It's kind of like this dull ring. This idea that some things may not have worked out the way that you maybe had hoped that they would work out. But also being able to emerge successfully from that. So maybe like a turn of events happened that were maybe less than desirable for you or less than like what you wanted, and yet there's still a way forward. Like it's a pretty positive message here. But that ability to channel material from the other world back into this world feels incredibly important. And this last statement in the 3 of Wands in reverse, which is you could be turning away from the future in order to examine the past. So maybe some things in the past to revisit momentarily, to dip back in there, to bring something forward to be able to turn back to your future. And then the 6 of Pentacles upright is coming out as well. It is generosity, patronage, and gifts. And it says giving or receiving benefits, generosity or financial or other assistance, balance and fairness. A benefactor may have entered your life, someone who is generous but restrained in their giving, though justly so. good job prospects, and social life. So going back, and I really feel heavy on going back and examining something in your past and learning from it. Could be learning from it, healing it, writing it, whatever that is, so that you can just momentarily, so that you can then turn towards your future, which will get you right onto this very abundant, generous path with lots of like blessings flowing back in, and like things taking a turn back into this positive energy. Definitely like always a path that you, no matter where you are on your journey, there's always a path back to something like very aligned and wonderful for your life. It's like that idea that like you can never make like such a bad decision that you could never come back from it, like, and heal yourself from it. The sacral chakra again showing up here on the bottom, which is interesting. So this is an activation oracle, sacred geometry oracle. On the bottom we have divine masculine, 22. Oh, and that other one was 2, so 222. Passion, card 34. It says the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So that transmutation type of energy that no matter what's coming at us, we can utilize it to our benefit. When we use the word passion, we usually refer to a strong feeling for something or someone. It could be a burning desire or a feeling of enthusiasm or intense emotion. Passion expresses itself powerfully like a burning hot fire. It radiates from our core. Oh, that was solar plexus chakra before. And now it's going a little bit deeper. Sacral chakra with that 2 card, the 222, the second chakra. So it's like plunging even deeper down. But this has very much like all of these lower chakra, divine masculine, often heavily divine masculine chakras of the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakra. Lots of that yellow, orange, red energy with this card. So this power cannot be hidden. It demands expression. We long for an emotion that is so strong that all we can do is surrender to its power. At the same time, we fear this kind of emotion because we're afraid of losing ourselves, our sense of who we are, in the eye of the passion storm within us. But there is clarity and insight to be found in this storm once we have withstood the heat of the fire and have held our balance in the midst of the blazing inferno. Only then can we move to the center and find the insight at passion's core. The passion activation reveals this process of powerful insight through its purple core, its demand for expression, the blue around the core, and the storm of the intense feelings and emotions all around, represented by the orange, yellow, and red of the lower chakras. It invites us to become aware and to burn away anything that stands in the way of finding the valuable insights at its core. And although it could be enjoyable to feel these intense emotions, we cannot stay in this heat for very long without getting burned. That's reminding me of that 1982 that said like overshadowing. And then also one of the cards talked about like ashes. I can't remember which one that was, but it was in the Druid Oracle. So might be worth like rewinding and listening to that piece again. So it says, take a moment to go inside yourself. What are you really passionate about? Do you love what you do in your daily life? Are you heart and soul engaged? How can you bring more passion into your life? How can you make sure that you don't miss the treasure of insights that lies beneath it? Make time for daily contemplation to check in with yourself and your passions. I hope that this reading is helpful for you. If I don't see you in an individual session, I wish you well on your journey, and it was an honor to deliver these messages. Just want to really reiterate the deeper internal guidance that you can give yourself when we slow down and we take time and we make a habit out of listening. All right. Thank you.